Hey, what's up, everyone? Sean Count Blackguard here today with a collection update, first one of the year. Uh, yeah, I got some shirts, some CDs, and a couple records to show. And yeah, let's get into this. First shirt. This was a late Christmas, early birthday present from someone. Triptychon T-shirt. Finally have one. The breathing artwork with a Prowling Death logo on the sleeves. Considering Triptychon's my favorite band, it's about goddamn time I have a shirt by them, let's be honest. The next few items are from Black Metal Warfare, which I saw in New York City, and it was absolutely amazing. Shout out to anybody who came up to me and said something at the show or afterwards at Duff's. Uh, Anyone who wanted a picture with me, shout out to you guys. You're all absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for coming up and talking to me. If you see me somewhere, feel free to come up and say something. One picture I'm going to show right here. That's me with the owner of Duff's, which is an incredible metal bar in Brooklyn. If you are ever in New York City in the Brooklyn area, definitely travel to Duff's. Awesome place. And there was where I happened to meet Attila from Mayhem. Oh my god. Not trying to sound like a little fangirl, but to meet face to face the voice of De Mysteriis Dom Sathanas and the voice of Order KO and Esoteric Warfare was an absolute honor. But anyways, awesome show. Revenge absolutely killed it, and I picked up this shirt. No remorse, needs to be washed, as you can see by all the wrinkles. This is the only shirt that they had that really interested me. That was still in my size. I want to get another one. I think it will. Can't remember what it said on it. It was something about intolerance, I think. No, total rejection. There you go. It said total rejection on it, but they didn't have it in my size, so I went with that one. I was very disappointed in the merch selection of the bands, by the way. Revenge, though, were absolutely insane. If you get to see Revenge, you need to do so. If you're a fan of theirs, you'll love them. If you don't like them, you will not like them. They will not change your mind. But if you are a fan of Revenge, they fucking kill it. The new song is ridiculous. Let me just put that out there. The new song is absolutely insane. For those of you that have seen Black Metal Warfare thus far, you know what I'm talking about. Next, I got a t-shirt of Mayhem. Wasn't impressed with their merch selection either. None of the bands had music. That pissed me off. But Mayhem logo shirt, can't go wrong with that. Wasn't big on the other designs personally. Mayhem were just amazing. Sadly, no Necro Butcher, so no bass, but they were just so damn good. I about had a spiritual orgasm when they played Freezing Moon. And they opened with Death Crush. Mind blowing. That was just perfect. And the last thing I got from Black Metal Warfare, I got a hoodie of Watain. I love this design. Kind of looks like a biker vest. I know it's kind of cheesy, the whole biker vest look. But I've always been a fan of it. I don't know what it is. I'm part redneck, very American, so I don't know. But going down the sleeves on both sides says Watain. Yeah, BM Warfare 15. Bowel Movement Warfare. It's where everyone bends over and spreads their ass cheeks and just fires shit. Anyways, it's got the Watain logo. This neat little demon dude. Death, Chaos, Black Metal Warfare. So yeah, this is my new favorite thing to wear. So yeah, and Watain were just amazing once again. They went from being a black metal band that I really, really like to being, in my opinion, one of the best now after seeing them. I have so much more respect for them. So props to Watain for their amazing show. Alright, next we're going to start off with some CDs. I got a good amount here. I'm trying to figure out where to begin with these. Alright, let's start off with a local record store in Utica, New York called Off Center Records. I bought 3 CDs from there. I have first here, Down with NOLA, N-O-L-A, New Orleans, Louisiana. Awesome, awesome album. It's about time I get this in my collection, seeing as I'm a huge fan of Down and sludge metal. So got this classic, dirt cheap. Gonna put this out there. There is not a single CD in here that cost me more than $10. In fact, there's only one that cost me $10. That was like 6. And then we have Thivering with the self-titled debut. I think it's debut. I'm not sure. But pretty decent black metal, kind of folky. Not the best super thin production, but highly, highly enjoyable. Definitely worth the $6 I spent. And the most expensive one I bought there, I think this was $7. And this is pretty much it's a CD I've been wanting for quite some time. That would be Samael's Ceremony of Opposites. This is one of my all-time favorite albums. I have the Rebellion EP First Press CD. So to have this with it is perfect. I've been wanting this CD since I was like 12 years old, when I first heard Baphomet's Throne. But every single song on here, Black Trip, Son of Earth, Till We Meet Again, Baphomet's Throne, Flagellantine, Ceremony of Opposites. This is just one hell of an album. Amazing, amazing stuff. If you haven't heard it, definitely listen to it. And that's it from that place. And then we'll move on to FYE pickups. This was the $10 CD purchase, big spender. Typo Negative with Bloody Kisses. I have absolutely no Typo Negative in my collection, which is a goddamn travesty because I love Typo Negative, and their CDs are usually way too expensive. And a couple days before I bought this, I was like, I need to get something by them. I have absolutely nothing in my collection by them. And I started listening to different albums. I walk into FYE and I see they had a good portion of their discography for $9.99. So pick this up. Another classic album. Typo Negative is one of the only bands to be able to mix the Beatles and Black Sabbath together. That's really the only way I can put it. They're the only band that can make Summer Breeze a depressing song. So, I love this album. Awesome stuff. Next, we got 2 CDs from this band. First one, and these were stupid cheap. This first one was $2, and the next one was $3.99. The Red Chord with Clients. Not my favorite by them, but an awesome, awesome album nonetheless. If you're into deathcore, you've probably heard these guys. If you're not, you may not have checked them out. But they definitely mix it well with like grindcore, metalcore, that sort of stuff. Very, very intense. Great stuff. Favorite song on here is probably Lay the Tarp and Ant-Man. Those 2 songs are incredible. So that was well worth the money. And probably my favorite album by them, either that or the debut, which I don't have yet. This is Fed Through the Teeth Machine. These guys just took everything they did on Clients and just amped it up even more, in my opinion. Easily my favorite song by them in general. Probably Demoralizer and Hour of Rats. Those two songs together are just amazing. So if you haven't heard Fed Through the Teeth Machine by Red Chord, definitely get your hands on it and check it out. Um, just a quick side street too. How they got the name of this album is absolutely awesome. Um, they were watching an episode of How It's Made, and it was about zippers or jeans or something. And they said in the show, and then the fabric is fed through the teeth machine, and they decided to name their album that, which I think is great. But yeah, definitely check this out and check out the songs Demoralizer and Hour of Rats. Great stuff. Next, we'll go with Binderoon Recordings. I picked up 2 CDs from them that had a sale for $5 a piece. I am a big fan of this band. Stormlight, and this is the debut album, Kalik Wold Finum. Stormlight is a NSBM band. I don't really care what you guys say. I love the music, so fuck off. Very much inspired by Bathory, especially the Hammerheart era, and especially Nordland. Very melodic, very mid-pace black metal that's very folk influenced. Nothing where anyone would be able to misconstrue it as being more like jovial. It's definitely serious, but it has this very somber, serious vibe to it, and I really enjoy this. The clean vocals are once again in Vena Corthon, and the fact that they're not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just really good, and it works with the music, and any other type of vocals wouldn't work as well. So this is the debut from Stormlight, and then I picked up the other album from Stormlight. This is Venland. I'm not too sure on how you say that. I doubt it will even show up. Kind of, yeah. Second album by him. Just kind of more of the same, but I feel like the songs are much stronger on this album than in the past. I don't know, I just like this album a bit more than that one. I just feel like the vocals aren't carrying the harmonies as much, where it would be the guitars doing most of the work, and then he would just sing the harmonization of it. Whereas on this one, he actually allows the vocals to kind of branch out onto their own. It still sings the melody and harmonizes with the guitar very well, but in my opinion, it's just a much stronger release. So if you want to check out Stormlight, I would definitely recommend the second album. But I know not a lot of people are going to want to, just because people have their thoughts and opinions on NSBM, and I have mine. If the music's good, I'll listen to it. If it sucks, I won't listen to it. Black metal's black metal. Black metal is meant to be hateful, and it's supposed to be elitist. I'm not saying that it's the right or proper belief. I'm just saying that's how I view it. And I feel like extreme music comes with extreme ideologies. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you do, that's up to you. Anyways, moving on from a less controversial subject, and that's my thoughts on NSBM, and I probably will never elaborate on that again. So if you want to attack me in the comments, feel free. Anyways, next I got a decent stack from Hell's Headbangers. They did a 3 CDs for $6.66 sale, and I believe they're still doing that. They have a list of CDs, and I already had 2 of them, so I narrowed it down to the ones I actually wanted. And what I picked up was Embalmed, Exalt the Imperial Beast. Definitely interesting black and death metal from Mexico. To say I'm a big fan of this would be a lie, but it's still pretty good. I mean, it's just very run-of-the-mill and very standard. There's nothing really that makes me go, whoa, when I hear it. It's black and death metal. If you like black and death metal, you'll like this. If you don't, this won't change your mind. Um, Next we have Mongrel's Cross with The Sins of Aquarius. This is a really good black thrash album, and I am not a fan of like thrash metal or anything like that by any means. But this is some really solid stuff. If you're a fan of, let's say, Denouncement Pyre, and you wish they were a bit more blackened, this would definitely be for you. If you're a fan of later era Absu, you would definitely get into this, or Aura Noir. Big fan of them, and you'll definitely like this. Um, yeah, it's just worth the money. It's an EP. It's short and to the point. It's just 7 tracks, but it's just got some really good riffs in it. It's one of those albums that just has great fucking riffs. And the last CD I got from that particular sale would be Super Christ and the album Holy Shit. And I absolutely adore this album. I am not a fan of traditional heavy metal by any means, or rock and roll or anything like that. I mean, I can dig Motorhead from time to time. I like Judas Priest, not Judas Priest, Jesus Christ. I like Iron Maiden, not Judas Priest. I hate Judas Priest. I hate most heavy metal. I don't really like that style. That's just not for me. This, though, is absolutely awesome. Catchy as hell. Just fun to listen to. I like me. If I'm gonna listen to a style, I want it to be fun. And this is absolutely awesome. Check out the songs, Run Into the Night, Take Me to the Graveyard, Sewer Snake, Beer Metal. It's a damn good, fun, catchy as hell riff fest. And for like $2 or $6 when you buy the other 2 albums, it's worth it. Get this in your life. If you want some good heavy metal, this is for you. Super Christ. Holy shit, that was my reaction. Holy shit, this is awesome. And those are from that sale, and then they've been doing a $5.55 CD sale. And I picked up 2 albums at the same time, so they're both $5. And I'm going to be placing a huge order from that, so there will be an unpackaging when that comes. But I got, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I know it's LIK is the initials. That's what they're known as. This is their 3rd album. Capital 3. I think that means chapter 3. Something like that. This is pretty much the early stages of Londum, who have became one of my absolute favorite bands. I love the artwork. Really good stuff. This really reminds me of the last EP by Londum. It's much more folky and rock-based than black metal, like a lot of people are saying these guys were. Well, I haven't heard their whole discography, but I figured this would be good since I'm a huge Londum fan. And since I am a big Londum fan, I picked up the debut album, Fallen from Nor. Easily my least favorite thing they've done, actually. And in my opinion, this sounds more like Londum, as I know them, than this does. This is much more of a black metal experience, and in fact, this is the only black metal sort of release they've ever done. I much prefer their folkier side, but it's still pretty good. I need to give this a few more listens, and I'll probably start to appreciate it. So those are the CDs, and for vinyl, I've got 4 things to show. First off, this was a gift. Awesome. I was so stoked to get this. The Acacia Strain, the Deadwalk vinyl reissue with the uncensored cover art. Um, I love this album. If you haven't heard this and you're a fan of like deathcore, metalcore, hardcore, that sort of like more beat down oriented stuff, you probably know the Acacia Strain. If you want to get into them, this is definitely an album to do so with. Um, it's just fucking awesome. Great picture labels. I don't know why I was acting like that special. On red vinyl, this is the Record Store Day edition. So, absolutely great, great stuff. As I showed the lyric sheet. Yeah, if you get a chance to hear this, do so. You can get the CD pretty common. I think you could still find this for pretty cheap. I would snag this up before it sells out, so I'm sure it'll be worth a little bit. But just I love this album. Check out the songs. 4x4, Whoa, Shut It Down, See You Next Tuesday. Great stuff. Next we got a hardcore, grindcore, and power violence classic. This is the 1993 debut of Drop Dead. Found this at the Soundgarden in Syracuse, New York, and the next three records I'm going to show are from that place. I saw this, it was $12, I had to buy it. 17 songs, and I gotta say, this is 17 songs per side. Excuse me. I just love this. Everything about this is just awesome. I've listened to this about 8 or 9 times, and I just can't get enough of it. I'm not that good with describing like grindcore, that sort of stuff, but if you're into that genre and you want to hear an absolute classic and a hardcore classic, this is just sick. Sick. One of my favorite things about this too, there's a song called Fucking Assholes on side A, and side B there's Fucking Assholes Part 2. But yeah, you get a drop card download, you get a lyric sheet, and this is on a very nice blue marbled vinyl. Not heavyweight at all, but who cares? This is just some great stuff. Super happy to own this. This is one of those records where I've always wanted to buy it, but I just never found it at a decent price, at least in my opinion. And it's just usually a style that I don't go out of my way to buy. But if I see it in stores, I'll buy the shit out of it. And that's what I did. I bought the shit out of this. Great stuff. And I just love the album cover, too. Just going to point that out. Next, we have a classic in Funeral Doom. This is pretty much the first Funeral Doom record, in my opinion. Thergothan with Stream from the Heavens. This is just one of those records where it gets a lot of praise for a damn good reason. If you're not familiar with this and you're a Funeral Doom fan, shame on you. This is awesome. This is a 2014 Peaceville reissue. Printed inner sleeve with lyrics and band photo on 180 gram black vinyl. This is just some great stuff. In the sense of what we know Funeral Doom as, this is definitely that, but it doesn't utilize the super expansive keyboards that bands like Shape of Despair went on to use, or the absolutely mammoth, huge sounding riffs of Ahab or Mournful Congregation. This is just much more of a tranquil experience of doom metal. And it is slowed down death doom for the most part, but I would definitely consider it Funeral Doom, and this is definitely an incredible album, and I was so stoked when I saw this, I about pissed myself. And the last record, I was sold instantly when I saw it. This is one of my favorite albums outside of metal, and yeah, I'm just super happy to have this. Wardruna with Runaljold Gapvar Gingunga. I don't know why I said it like I was an African tribe leader. Gingunga. That was probably very racist. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm tired. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I've been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, just marathoning the shit out of it. So, excuse me. Yeah, super happy to get this. Gatefold, 180 gram black vinyl, printed inner sleeves for both. They look identical, both printed inners. Amazing, amazing ritualistic neo-folk music featuring Golf from ex-Gorgoth and Godseed. And the main guy behind the band, can't say his name, but he's a former member of Gorgoth as well. Interesting thing, too, about this album is it's a lot of stuff was recorded outside with handmade instruments, and a lot of stuff, including rocks and shit like that, were used. So it's very cool, very natural sounding, ritualistic neo-folk music. And if you're into that sort of thing, I can't recommend this enough if you're not into it. It's definitely not for everyone, but yeah, a lot of people also know this too for the soundtrack, so to speak, to Vikings. Not the theme song, that is Fever Ray If I Had a Heart, which is the opening song to one of my all-time favorite albums as well. But they also had Wardruna's music within it, and that was on the show. So if you watch Vikings and you're like, oh, that music's cool, that scene, I'm kind of curious to know what that is, it's Wardruna. Dick. I don't know why I'm aggressive. But, yeah, that's my update. About 30 minutes long. That's way too fucking long. I'm gonna have... there's not much I can edit out. I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah. I'm tired. I'm gonna probably watch one more episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I'm gonna go straight to bed. So, that's it for this video. I am going to... do an unboxing when I place the order through the huge Hell's Headbangers shit thing for the CDs and the stuff and the things. And I'm going to go to bed before I look like a bigger idiot. So that's the end of this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.